Oh, the car's in the way.
I think the car's in the way?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, it's back almost as far as it'll go. It's like almost no. Oh, you're moving that. Okay. That car is almost as far back as it can go. I might be able to get back another 5 or 6 inches. That might help. I don't know.
No, you can't peel back any further, but you can come this way. 3 feet.
Oh, well,
That's okay.
I don't know. Oh, I see. I got it in too close over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're having a little discussion about where I parked the car. As I parked it, Kim was gone. She got here from her meeting early. Usually she's a couple minutes late, but she got here early, and she was over there standing by the whatever that heat box is, the wood stove, warming up. So yeah, good evening, everybody.
Welcome in, all. It's a work night. Cleanup crew in the house.
Gearhead at 01. D-Man. Here's what D-Man bought for me. He sent me these horns.
Thank you so much.
And we are going to install. I'm going to install horns. Mostly Kim will be here tonight, talking to everybody. So let's see. Inspector Bruce, good evening. Buddy Carafano, George Daly, Mexican Spec, Patrick Sullivan, Mark Sauvé. I already said D-Man. Those are all on the hour, 10 o'clock.
Yep. And Mike Slate?
Oh, Slater.
That's Senior and Sons.
Ah, okay.
If you guys aren't subscribed to Senior and Sons on YouTube, I know they're just starting out their channel. Kobe Queso is here. DF Repair is here. Welcome, everybody.
So
Inspector Bruce got an ad for Amazon. You get 2 points.
Already we got ads. I'm sorry.
They probably got like the immediately.
We get a notice when everybody's going to get ads, but sometimes people get ads at odd times that we don't see.
As soon as the video starts, I'll bet you they get an ad.
So they get it. Maybe they were already on watching something else, so it just goes by their timing. DF Repair. Good evening. 10 points for Kim being early.
Woo! I got points. It was my birthday yesterday. I got so many nice birthday wishes from people on my Facebook and in my text messages and stuff like that. It felt nice.
I'm missing something.
I felt really appreciated.
Mexican Spec says, be right back. Pill time. Pill time.
Okay.
George Daly says, ads don't bother me. That's good because, and I'm glad to hear that, because that's what supports this. That's what makes it so we don't have to pay for all this streaming. YouTube pays for all this kilobits and everything. So that's a pretty good deal. And
are we coming in clear? We're in HD tonight.
We'll give a little bit of flash from the Studebaker, and that's what we do when we get a super chat. We give you flashes and we dance and all kinds of things.
Thank you, Patrick Sullivan. Yeah, I turned 50.
Oh my God, you're not supposed to tell everybody how old you are.
Why not?
Okay.
I'm proud I lived
this
long.
They were all saying on Tuesday night, they were saying happy 29th.
Oh.
So I always tell her
she looks 29 for 20 years.
I always tell her she looks like she's maybe early 30s or something. Let's see. How many others are afraid to go to sleep for fear that when you wake up, the stupid factor will hit critical mass?
Oh, man.
When
you hit critical mass? I feel like it's already been.
Get to my age, you worry you're going to wake up dead. I always feel good when I wake up. It's like, man, I don't want to wake up, but then I think, no, I'm glad I woke up.
Welcome in, Stray Bullet.
Wow. Yeah, we got a crowd in here.
Yeah, everybody's coming in. Cleanup crew in effect. It was really cold last weekend, and then we got a really nice reprieve. The last couple of days, it's been very mild. And so yesterday and today, we were on cleanup duty. We were out in the yard here, making space, moving things around. I got a bunch of the vehicles lined up in a nice even row. Just rolling the tires around, making sure everything is...
When you have older vehicles and they're parked all like this all over the property, it just looks like a wrecking yard. When you park them up all neat like this and they start and they drive into that position and you mow the lawn right where all that is, Man, it looks like a bunch of people live here, and they all parked in a row. It looks good. I like that. Oh, Mexican Spec says, there you are. I had it on Top Chat. You're invisible. Yes. There's a thing up there that says Live Chat and Top Chat. Top Chat is YouTube moderates you. And some people you can't see because they don't like your handle or something. So go up there and change it to Live Chat so that you see everybody.
I think if you're on your phone, it calls it something else.
Yeah, on the phone, it might call it something else because, anyway. So, Kim, I'm going to go open my hood. What's this? Then another dude bought him a beer. Oh, okay, that's something else.
33 today. Oh, he was talking about Sanford and Son. Or Benny Hill.
Mexican Spec says, you called my cars derelict, but they all drove to where they are. It was 2 cars I called derelict, and you drove them there long before I ever saw them, and then I've been seeing them for, close to a year. And there's stuff piled on top of them. There's cats living around there. It's like, I'm sorry, but you got to get them running, man.
It's judgmental.
You got to get them running.
It's
Today,
good to give them a little bit of a...
Oh, Kim's going to put power on the horn. Oh, God, that sounds funny.
Pretty loud.
Okay, let's see what this one sounds like. Maybe together they'll sound good. Okay,
one's quiet and one's loud.
Maybe that battery is not the right battery for it. We'll have to. I'm going to get them hooked up and installed and everything. And then look where they came from. Somebody that writes like that.
Wuhan.
I don't know where they came from, but it's probably, it could be Taiwan, could be China. Don't know. I wonder. I don't mind buying stuff from China and Taiwan as long as they buy our stuff, but that seems to be kind of a problem sometimes. It doesn't say on the box.
We don't do major motor work, although that motor there is getting
Don't do major work.
rebuilt.
Oh, you got to talk about your, are they LED horns?
Yes.
I never heard of that.
Mexican Spec hates LED.
You know what he told me? I shouldn't tell because it's a private discussion.
Oh, well then no.
Mexican Spec, if you feel like, tell everybody what you said about LEDs earlier this afternoon. Gearhead says Harbor Freight sells new Auga horns.
I've seen them there.
We have an Auga horn around here somewhere. I've got to put that on a separate switch on my console. So somebody gets in my way, I can go with these horns. But then if somebody I want to say hi, I can go Auga. I can talk out the front of my car. Okay.
You got to roll them around a little bit so all the air doesn't settle into one side of the tires.
Josh Holmes says, good to be here. Buddy Carpano, if parked too long, they become lawn ornaments. No, you got to mow around them and the grass just grows up into them. You can't even see them anymore.
Man, the amount of moss and algae that was grown up on his van, I mean, I washed and washed it.
Pressure washed my white van and moved it. It looks so good. It looks like just a car I drive every day, which maybe I should get that thing licensed and insured again. I miss that van. But it's full of a lot of stuff right now. How's our warrants doing over here? Let's see.
We did do the bore. Oh, that motor didn't really need hone, but we're gonna put a fresh set of rings in it.
I'll be back.
And when you put new rings in, you want to have a fresh hone on it. So we just ran the bottle brush through there, and that'll. It's almost a little too rough, but the rings will clean it up. And it's already been bored 30 over, and it had some miles on it. And we got the cylinder head back from I took the cylinder head to the. I guess we talked about it on Tuesday night, but I took the cylinder heads to the machine shop, and they called me the next day and said, "Come get them. They're ready." So that's awesome, and they look lovely. Although the valve guides are a little more worn than I would like. The guy at the machine shop was like, "These valve guides you need valve guides," and I was like, It is major work, I guess, but we really take our time. like we do one motor a year, maybe two. We've built two slant sixes on the channel. We built the one that's in that Valiant that's in the that was in the picture for the live show. And then last year we built a slant six for my Dart, and they both run really good for slant sixes. I mean, there's no replacement for displacement if you're going naturally aspirated. So the shop did do the work they charged you for? Well, absolutely.
Oh, they did it quickly.
Did you get a carrot cake? No, we got a pumpkin roll, and it's very yummy. I've been slicing off little slices and trying to make it last a bit. All of us here, welcome in. But yeah, this is a 318 Chrysler engine that we've been working on, and I've got the crankshaft back in it already.
Okay, we're gonna listen to the original horn. Little wimpy.
I don't know if it's gonna a pumpkin roll. Well, it's cake with icing, and then they roll it up. So it's like a spiced cake with like cream cheese icing in it. It's pretty good. It's good. It's yummy.
Oh God, that's one of. I'm not supposed to eat that kind of stuff, but I took a little slice of it. That is one of the best desserts I've ever tasted. That is so good. That pumpkin roll. Is that like a seasonal thing? Oh, that's too bad. I mean, we want to have those all the time.
Well, the thing that I was looking for was like a what's the yellow cake that's not
Test.
like a jelly roll kind of thing, but they didn't have those. They had the pumpkin, which is or the it was good.
I need light.
Just add the new ones. Don't take the original out.
No, the original one goes. It sounds sick. We're not sick good. Sick like it's so bad. Where is that light? I see it.
Now George is hungry. Mike Slate says, I love some carrot cake. Yeah, I do like a good carrot cake. Yeah.
Oh, this pumpkin one is better than any of them you've ever bought.
Well,
really
you know what? If you would eat it all the time, you'd get bored of it. You'd enjoy the carrot cake more.
And of course, I don't eat many sweets.
Right? Ooh, the jelly roll? Yeah. They make a good one. We went to the store that has the good baked goods.
Well,
better than the other stores.
If anybody saw the short that I did.
You did a short on it?
I did a short weighing the tomatoes in that old spring scale. That's the store we were in. It's like old-fashioned country kind of market, but it's big. It's not tiny.
Oh, with the scale, yeah.
Yeah. And that short didn't do well, but it did. I got some good comments on it. Yeah, completely analog scale.
Gearhead says he lived at a Motel 6 for a year, and during the winter, you'd see milk, cheese, and juice sitting outside the door and alcohol in the window, and nobody stole it. Yeah, you don't mess with a man's milk and cheese. Heck.
Where did he live in a Motel 6 for a year? What town was that in?
He didn't say. Where was that at, Gearhead?
Because I lived in a Motel 6 for a while, and it was an exceptionally good one. Because I've been in Motel 6s that are exceptionally bad ones. But the one I lived in was really good, and not for a year, but I lived there for a while, and it was cheap. Okay.
Mike says he likes lemon pie. You know what? A slice of lemon pie would be really good, like lemon meringue pie. Oh, that would be nice. But I don't want to hold one. Mark Sauvé, welcome in. I just saw you.
went in the car to get the sockets.
Yeah, the old non-digital scale. Oh, and the greatest thing about it was it's hanging from the rafters, like way up rafters, but this old rusty chain. It was like, wow.
Because it's probably been there since 1950.
I don't know. Is that store that old?
Oh, who knows? I don't know. I bet that store's as old size.
Good and cheap is exceptionally rare these days. It is. It's very rare.
What is rare?
Good and cheap
Oh.
at the same time. Did they leave Motel 6? Did they leave the light on for you? They're supposed to.
Yeah. We have to move
That's
something.
got to get expensive. I always do. What do you
I
need?
can't get the drawers open with this head.
Oh, okay. I'll bring it. They did a real nice job on the cylinder head. The surface. They didn't. They said they didn't have to take that much off of it. 3,000s, but it cleaned up beautiful. And I mean, I was really going at it with, and I was using like the wheel and stuff like that, and then I was using the sanding block, and it just wasn't coming up.
Yeah, try to take 3,000ths off with 1/20 sandpaper.
Yeah, and I was worried by the time I got there that it wouldn't be really that straight. So I wanted to make sure that it had a nice flat machine surface, so it didn't try and leak any coolant.
And they hot tanked them for you, and they came out really good.
Yeah, they tanked them, and I'll be able to paint them. They'll take paint real good. IV4 toolboxes. Is that what those are?
What is this? They
came from Husky.
They're Husky, which is
They're pretty good.
Home Depot. And you know I bought them when they were on sale. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, look at this. Kim, you must have had the horn off.
I did. I took everything off and cleaned out that side.
There's anti-seize all over.
Yeah, that was so.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
All stuck up in there.
I was surprised how easy that came out, and then I saw why.
Yeah, because I scrubbed that out so it looked nice. Because it's kind of a survivor car. It's nice when you open the hood and it doesn't look like it's 1,000 years old. I detailed it a little bit. Mashed or baked is here. Welcome in.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, let's see.
Look at what? Oh, 34. That's a lot of viewers.
That's a lot of viewers for that.
Did you know that count is not accurate?
Oh, it's not?
No, I really don't think that YouTube is able to count accurately anymore. I think there's a lot of like services that they clone a stream so that if there's multiple people watching, it still only counts as one.
Man, I get an email today that's so bogus. If any of you are doing YouTube, you got to hear this. And be careful of it, because I got an email, and it has the little YouTube logo and everything, and it says it's from this guy, some name, and he's my representative from YouTube, and he's going to help me get more views and all this stuff. And he put his phone number there. So, and it's a country code, so I looked at it. It's in Somalia. Yeah, this guy's from YouTube, right?
Yeah, clear.
So you know, don't just click on this stuff.
D-Man sent us a set of dual horns to install. So we're going to see if we can get those to work.
Oops. What the heck?
Stray Bullet says, I don't think that Luis or Olive can see my comments. I don't know. It's nothing I'm doing.
No, make sure you're in top. Make sure you're not in top chat. Make sure you're in what's the other one called?
Live chat. Or
because YouTube will moderate you if you're in top chat.
Mexican Spec says, I was telling Mark that the Hormiga client said he wants another one plus some other VW products over the winter. That means he was happy with the truck and my service. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure he would be.
Yeah.
That's awesome to hear. I'm glad.
I know you don't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a Spanish lesson. The H in Spanish is basically silent.
Yeah.
It's hormiga.
Hormiga. That's all right. I've Americanized.
Because we've Americanized it to hormiga, but that sounds like it's not a real nice person. You know how many people say that?
I will try to remember to say it with the proper accent.
I don't want to be correct, but it just sounds kind of.
No, I get it.
So.
Hormiga.
But you can say toilet if you want.
Olive, can you see Stray Bullet?
Oh yeah, Stray Bullet. They don't like that. They don't like that hand. Do not like that.
All chat or live chat? I see. Gearhead doesn't see Stray Bullet either. I don't know why. It's nothing I'm doing. It's YouTube filtering him out.
Like that hand. Guaranteed, they don't like that.
I'd love a lift. Oh man, would I too.
What's that?
Crawling around on the ground under a car is just not the thing. It's really obnoxious. It's cold, especially when it's cold and it gets dirty. We work on some dirty cars, and then when you're laying on the ground, it always drifts on you.
Yeah, there's not one 10mm wrench in here.
Check over on that table. There's the bench, and then below the bench, one of those probably has it. And then there were sockets in your.
I just want an end wrench. We need an end wrench. You know,
a wrench?
A wrench, just a box open, combination wrench.
I don't know. They should be in the wrench.
They're not there. No, there's everything except the 10.
Oh, Gearhead sees them now. Awesome. Welcome in, Luis.
There's a 10.
Is Kay here? Oh,
Kay, yep.
no, Kay. Welcome in.
She came in about 5 minutes before we started. I did find the wrench. Have to.
I don't know why we have a problem.
What's that?
All of it.
All of it.
Hemmer said, give me pretty cheap to just dig a pit. And showed up, and then you just drive the car over it, put steps in. Yeah. We have to bust up some concrete. I would do it. I wouldn't want to bust up the floor of his garage, though. I think it would bother him.
No, you know what we do? The thing we call a swimming pool, it's not a swimming pool. There was a swimming pool there. Man, it's on a hillside. I think we could build a rack just straight out from that. So then, it sticks out into the pool was on a slope. So I think we could build a rack there and be able to just walk under cars.
Yeah, but that doesn't help in the winter when it's freezing ass cold.
Miserable cold. Yep.
Mexican Spec, yeah, I do, because I don't know. I haven't. When I was taking Spanish classes in high school, I knew better. But, it's been so long since I did any Spanish that I forget. And then I sound like a dumb American saying hola.
Hola, everybody.
Hola, Alicia. ¿Cómo está usted?
And then, my mother.
Pavo is here. Welcome in.
My mother learned Spanish when she lived in New York when she was a kid in school, and she learned Castilian Spanish, and she would everything that was sounded so strange to me because there was this th just in all the words. It was really weird sounding.
Be very careful with your email when it comes to your channel, because a bunch of guys lost everything. Yeah.
What's that? What's that with?
That was what Bear Rose was saying. Just
yeah, I make sure your email. What I do is I have an email that looks nothing like any of my other emails, and I use it only to communicate with YouTube. So that email is not published anywhere. So the chances of me getting that would be hard. Can I move this head? It's really in the way. I want to use a bench, and I'm working on the floor, which is really difficult.
Let me find some gloves.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's just
I just needed something.
Yeah, I know, and it's just right now it's in the way. But I'm doing.
How dare you make me move my cylinder head?
But I'm doing a lot.
So you can do the thing that we're supposed to be doing during the live.
I'm bending over, and I'm tired of bending over.
All right.
That's all. I'm sorry.
Well, don't be sorry. Just ask, and I'll do the thing. I don't know if I can though. It's kind of heavy.
It's heavy head.
It's a heavy cylinder.
Well, why didn't you buy aluminum heads?
Because they're expensive.
Or carbon fiber heads. Nah, they don't do that.
Money or something?
They don't make carbon fiber heads.
They don't?
I don't. They might. I don't know about it.
Probably do. Somebody.
Right. They could probably have a fire. They probably burn up.
That seems right.
Hormiga. So the guy wants another one. What's he going to do? Have a fleet of Hormigas?
That's right. He's going to drive all the Hormigas all over the place.
Yuma, Arizona. Why is it stuck shut? This won't open. Oh, somebody taped it closed, Kim.
What do you mean?
You taped on the side.
Oh, did I? It's stuck?
You taped my toolbox shut. Yeah, you probably had a piece of tape and stuck it there.
Lucky I am learning all this now before just running the duster with a radiator full of trash. The fuel system is now completely cleaned. I am next tuning it. All right.
Oh, who's
Congratulations, Mo Parquet.
Oh, Mo Parquet.
I watched some of your video putting in the fuel filler neck. Very, very good starter projects. Things that aren't too difficult, but are important.
What do we do today with fuel? Tell them what we did today.
That was yesterday.
It was?
Yes.
Did I run yesterday and today all together?
You did in your mind.
Yeah, I guess maybe I did.
I moved the dart, and it had a tank full of gas, and it was leaking out the tank. So I moved it over where it's going to sit for the winter.
When do you have a leak? When the tank is full, of course.
Yeah, it leaks. So I just took the hose off of the carburetor and stuck it in the tank of the Jeep, and took a primer bottle and stuck it into the carburetor and just ran the engine and let the mechanical fuel pump the whole tank into the Jeep.
Well, not really.
You
pumped it into my car first.
Mike asks, did you get his emails yesterday?
Who is this?
He doesn't check that email during the week a lot of times.
Wait a minute.
Mike Slater?
I did.
Oh, he did.
I did check the email today, and I did get it. And I'm trying to remember what the email was. Let's see. There were like 3 emails, weren't there? I think there was one that had pictures, and 2 that didn't. One that I think was supposed to have, one that was supposed to have pictures because you resent right after that with pictures. And I looked at them, I just closed it, and I thought on Tuesday night when we do all the pictures, I'll show the pictures. But tonight from up here, we really can't do that very well. So it won't be tonight. But yes. Oh, God, that doesn't cut that.
Blue Devil is one of... Oh, does Blue Devil have other products? Ooh, I don't know. Like the brand name? I don't know if they have other products. Just head gasket sealer. That's the only kind I can think of.
Mm. God. Kidding me? Mm. That's some hefty work.
Yeah, carbon fiber can. Yeah, it's the wrong material for cylinder. It was just a joke.
Somebody took me seriously?
Mexican Spec was correcting us.
Oh, yeah. I think that would be a problem.
And I would say, well, we're not stupid, but you never know who knows things and who doesn't.
Yeah, I make a joke. And then
We now have $60 worth of flush and coolant. Yikes. Good deal, though. Beck taught me how to misspell that with cheese whiz. Interesting. Barros learned his Spanish from Beck.
From what?
Beck is a grunt band. Tavo's been having fun doing a few more little things on his van with the laptop. Oh, yikes. Richardson suggests that you flush the system several times before putting any kind of sealer in the system. I mean, why is it leaking? I'm one for not messing with that stuff. If it's leaking, just new head gaskets. You know, I mean, just if it's leaking compression or mixing, just do it. Just fix it. You know, I mean that Blue Devil stuff is like when you're desperate and you got to get to work, and or I don't know. If it's an old Mopar, just put a head gasket.
Do you remember when a lot of people were here for this? With this car, we had we're going to put a exhaust manifold gasket on it. Kim decided to come up here when I was sleeping and she was awake, and so she decided to do that, and a bunch of studs broke off. And when I got up here, I looked at it and went, I wasn't really upset about it because anybody taking those off would have broke them. That's just the way it is. So at that point, I thought about all the stupid ways we could fix it, and I just thought, the right thing to do is take the head off. And I kind of took a deep breath and went and pulled the head off. And I was really glad I did because it got fixed right, And it was kind of a pain, but it's one of those things.
Mopar case is just full of gunk. How did it get full of gunk? That worries me. Isn't there a Blue Devil potted meat? Probably Barrows.
Potted meat? Oh my God. Where'd you buy that? Parts store?
Mopar K is patient. Excellent. Buddy Carfano says, how about 3D printing new cylinder heads? That is not far off. It is not far.
Well, they
off.
are.
You can print in metal, but that doesn't necessarily mean you can print something that will be a cylinder.
Jay Leno did it a few years ago with a steam car. There was like it wasn't a steam car, but it was like a 1908 something, and they needed an oil pan, and they 3D printed an aluminum oil pan.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Actually, I think they 3D printed a mold and then poured a new one. Is what I think they did.
That's cool. See, I mean, if you 3D printed a cylinder head, you'd have to have it machined, and you'd have to have hardened valve seats, valve guides put in it, and stuff like that, potentially. I don't know. But, I mean, it's coming. That kind of stuff could happen. George Daly says he's fixed a cracked block with JB weld. maybe a temporary repair. If you did it, if it was the right kind of crack, maybe, yeah, you could get away with that for a while. The best repair is to repair or replace the part, fix it correctly. Well, yeah. I mean, I like doing things. I don't know. It's fun just trying sometimes. It just depends on what you're doing it for. Sometimes it's just cool to see if you can. I like project cars because you can do what you want. I could try something, and if it doesn't work, then I can do it right. You know,
Well, that's something that's nice about
experiment.
those heads you're working on. They're not the best heads. They're not the most expensive best
No.
heads. So if you ruin them, it's like, well,
The thing of it was, is they were like, they were in good enough shape that it was worth paying to have them decked so I can use them. And we're doing that experiment, and I don't know. If they're ruined, oh, I could buy a set of Magnum heads with bigger valves and closed chambers for better compression, and I think it's like $500 for a pair of them or something like that, or I don't know. Or a Go Aluminum, that's like $1,200 for a pair of them. Mike N is dozing off, but I'm here for now. Well, thanks for stopping in, Mike. We will lull you to sleep with our boredomness. JB Weld is good stuff. It really is. But I mean, it has its limits. And then surface prep is important too. It's not going to stick unless you really clean it good. There's no such thing as mechanic in a can. Use it for diagnosing. If you see signs of it, you know the engine has had issues. That's true, Bear Rose. Yeah, why did they put stop leak in? Right? But, yeah, mostly mechanic in the can is like snake oil that sort of makes you feel better about yourself for a minute until you pass it off to somebody else. You're like, well, I put block sealer in, so it's probably never going to come back to haunt me at all. Mopar K got a new fuel cap. Excellent, excellent. Mike, JB welded tractor block. Yep.
tractors are different.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you usually don't drive the tractor too far from home, so it's not like you're going to get stranded on the side of the road. If it stops working, it overheats or whatever, you just, walk back to the barn and grab a jug of water and fill her back up. You can fix a block with it. Yeah, you can. Especially if you have the time and the patience to drain it good and then clean it out real well and surface prep, it'll stick pretty damn good. It's tough stuff. But it's not going to take pressure if you don't want to run a 16-pound race cap on a JB welded block. Pretty much have to run no pressure at that point.
Okay, I got stuff I need.
600 pictures. Whoa, that's a lot of pictures. Oh. You need 600 pictures to show on Saturday.
Oh, what's this all about?
Mexican spec for the show on Saturday.
Oh.
For 2 hours, 600 pictures. Tractors are cool. See, that's my kind of lady. She likes tractors. I like tractors too. I like trucks too. Really like my trucks.
The only thing we have that's close to a tractor, no, we have two. We have one they never have to work on other than maintenance. And we have the other one that's a skid steer. And that thing uses a lot of maintenance.
It's a lot of work keeping that skid loader. I could get it to run, but hovering on not very useful some days. Moparquet says, if you take care of one of the old cars, you can always get it restored over and over to last for decades. Yes. And you could probably do a lot of the work yourself if you train yourself right, but most people don't want to do any of that stuff. And the other thing is there have been times where people were keeping the old stuff going, but then the auto manufacturers, they can build them really cheap and brand new, and like people, and they start making them cheaper and cheaper, and then people are like, well, I could just go buy a brand new one and I don't have to mess with this old one, and this old one is old and it's dirty and the seats are, and people neglect the maintenance and it gets away from them and they just want something new, and then they buy a new car. But over the decades they've gotten really lax with the new cars. Are overcomplicated and hard to work on.
What's
really
bad about the newer cars is all these modules. When those cars are 10, 12, 15 years old, good luck finding a new module.
The new cars are they're meant to be thrown away. There's no incentive for the manufacturers to build cars that people can work on. No, the new car buyers do not even remotely consider maintenance. They don't think about it. And the manufacturers build for the new car buyers. The people what are new car buyers looking for? They want a nice screen. They want a pretty color. They want this, that, and the other thing. It's new car buyers aren't going, well, what's maintenance going to be like? Because new car buyers don't do the maintenance. It's the second and third owner down the chain that's worried about what a maintenance costs and what's that kind of stuff. And so, and they're just short-sighted, and that's the way it's gotten. She's a convert. Classic is best. Well, don't tell too many people, or else the cost of these old cars is going to go way up.
Kim, I need your help for a second.
I can't help you right now. I'm
okay.
too busy reading. I'm going to ignore the rest of the night. What do you need?
His hand shakes.
Oh,
I'm trying to feed.
I got to help him solder. Guys.
I can't just.
Slow roll
will not feed. Okay. It needs to. I'm trying to soak it down through all that shit. Just put it there, and I think it'll. I've had it on there forever, and it's really hot.
Well, then.
That's what I need. Now let's see what that does. Oh, it's good. Hang on, let me move this a little bit. Try to.
I put a lot of solder in.
I know. I'm hoping it's all soaking down in there. Just leave it for a second. Let's see what's happening.
Put some on the other side.
Once I move this, it cools off because it's too much. It's too much for the soldering machine. It's too much volume or mass for it.
Why don't you hit it with a torch?
I know, it's ready. I'm ready to come over here and solder wires with a torch. Oh, this is not good. This is some hefty stuff, bro. Yep, there we go. Now it's fell.
I don't know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing.
Okay. Trying to help.
Okay, now I can hold this with my hand. If you're going to feed that, then I don't have to. I can hold this steady enough, but I can't feed solder steady enough. It's just not good. See if we can feed some solder in there. Get it down in that little spot there, under the solder. Okay, let's see what happens. I mean, the clamp's getting hot. Certainly that should get hot.
Mm-hmm.
It's huge. It's just freaking huge.
Yeah, I understand why you're doing it.
Well, because you don't know what you didn't hear, if you weren't here at the beginning of the project, so you don't know what's going on. Okay, try again. I'm gonna have to trim all that off, and it's gonna be annoying, but take some big hefty wire. That's why. Okay, that's enough.
I'm out of solder.
It's all right. I'm out of heat. What's this thing doing? It's not warm enough. It's not enough soldering gun for this size. I don't want to put a torch on this, but it might come down to that. I hate soldering wires with a torch.
Hey, Faith. It was my mom's birthday. Well, happy birthday to your mom. Granddad's junk is here. Welcome in. Very cool. Hi. Um,
I'm gonna get so overheated doing that.
he's not my dad. He's bucked out Campo.
Who thinks I'm your dad?
I know, that's kind of funny.
At least he didn't say grandpa. I'm always that guy.
Pitt says props to Mrs. Speck. She tolerates those trips.
She sounds like she has a good time on those trips.
She does have a very bright and friendly personality and a good attitude, which is that's great. She's entertaining to listen to. You guys have a good yeah, I enjoy it.
Well, you know those trips across Mexico are really good lives. Those are really fun lives.
Kim is busy. Let's have a sing along.
Ooh, what?
Thank you, Barrows.
Oh, look, here we go.
Kim super chatted me for my birthday.
Kim super chatted Kim.
Thank you.
I'll be out of your way in a second.
Oh, Luis is like, dance. Very Cuda says a good old Fergie tractor, they live forever. Granddad was in Christchurch for an appointment on Tuesday night, and that's why he missed the live. Well, we're glad you're here tonight. You can rewatch it if you want.
Yeah, but usually I leave them up. See, okay, I don't know how to dance, but
We're dancing. Usually he's sitting, he won't get up. Oh, George isn't even up there. Everybody's.
Okay, the heat gun's not where it belongs. You know where it might have gone to.
It's right here.
Okay. Thank you.
He's gone down. Oh, these pants don't look that good on me.
Those pants, because you got boy pants on. Where's your boy pants in the shop?
Mo Parquet sent $1 too. Thank you, Mo Parquet.
Hey, super chat, super chat. The heat gun dance, the heat gun dance. Oh, look at this. And George said, Mo Parquet.
I said George.
Oh, I missed that. Wow, this is a good night. Super chat. While I'm heating up my shrink.
Kay, you dance better than me. I feel dumb.
Kate, she dances on her live. Oh, what's that
All the
poking
time.
out of there? Something poking out
She
of
got
there.
all the guys. They come to her live just to watch her dance. Cause she's young and pretty. You idiot. He got me out of him. Silly. Okay, I'll put pants on.
What's that?
George is putting pants on. Carhartt should be paying him for these dances? Maybe.
Well, you know, if you're not doing a live, I guess you can run around with no pants.
Carhartt makes a dress in the duck, and it's really pretty. It's really super cute. I saw it on a Facebook advertisement. Man, I want one of those. Kay says, I think people watch because they're like, what in the actual world is going on? What is she doing?
That's one thing. Our life, we actually do stuff.
Yeah. We do stuff. We're one of the few shop streams where the people working are doing stuff, but also paying attention. Like usually one of us is sitting here talking to chat while the other person is working. And usually it's one or the other. I saw an automotive live stream the other night. It was like in a studio with drop mic and the whole thing. It was like, this ain't real.
Well, we do that one night a week.
Yeah.
But we do it. We show it for his pictures one night a week. Oh, why doesn't this fit over here? It's just a little bit too tight.
Olive says, my friends down here are surprised how I can dance because I'm usually kind of stiff since they've known me. Oh, I can get very, not, when it's cold or when I'm sitting around too much. I used to go dancing every week, though. Wow, I used to go dancing, too. It's not as easy when there's people watching. Maybe it is. You think you'd get extra gifts. Lol. Nope. Oh, John Hart gave me a nice present tonight.
John Hart. Is John Hart here? Or is he...
He might be here, but a lot of times he watches on his TV, so he doesn't. Quit breaking my stuff.
Well, you know how I am. If there's anything that can be tripped on, I'll trip on it. Stuff you never thought of tripping on, I'll trip on it. I'll trip over it just because that's me. I trip on everything.
What I should do is I should watch some dance tutorials and practice some dancing. Mopar K, I tried to learn belly dancing first, then I kind of made it belly dance and swing.
She's going to say that, and everybody's going to go to her lives.
Well, good. Good for her. They should go there.
I'm kind of saying that, so she did.
George says I knew this hot chick who had a 69 Roadrunner. She was very cool. She'd have to be if she was driving the 69 Roadrunner. Mark Sauvé says T-minus 4 days before I received my 40-foot shipping container. Oh, I would be looking forward to that.
Oh, where's that coming from?
I don't know.
Who said that?
I would have had her children. Mm. I'm sorry. I feel like I missed some chats, a whole bunch of chats. There's some cool conversations going on, and it just scrolled by. I got distracted. Thank you, everybody, for being for donations and stuff.
You grab those scissors.
I can grab scissors. Yeah.
Cut right there.
Right there.
There.
Ooh, that's.
Yeah, it's hard to cut. There. Thank you.
Barry Cuda says, look up some old episodes of Solid Gold for some dance moves. You know what else, though? When I watch, like, people dancing on, like they're so good, and they're so smooth, and they're so, and it's like, so it's intimidating for me. So I don't know how to do it yet. Mopar case says it's cheaper to rent a motorhome than to own one. Oh yeah, he'll tell you that 100 times over. Oh, my neck is very stiff tonight. Cars bring people together. It's cars and machines and motors and things are my favorite hyperfixation. It gives me something to really focus on and helps me sort of disassociate from like things I don't want to think about. You know, there's like a time and a place, and like it's something that I can like focus on, and I enjoy like solving the problems and working through the problems, and I also enjoy like collecting the parts that I need and working out problems and experimenting with things and like, yeah, and I like studying and researching, like a bunch of different things that I kind of like to do, and then I just do it all around one particular project. But the hardest thing is I just want to do everything. I want to do like 100 projects. And then the other hard thing is that I like want to get, like I do research and then I find like, well, this is the, you know, like this is the best cylinder head. And I'm like, oh, I want the best cylinder head. And it's like, oh, but it's like $1,200. And I'm like, that's okay. I'm going to get it. And it's like, no, I can't, because that's all the money I have for all the projects, you know. So if I spend it all on the cylinder head, so like, then I'm like, well, how do I do this in a way, because I don't have the best stuff. So I'm learning how to like economize and work with what I have. The challenges, that's right. The cheapest used engine that I saw online was $6,000. What? For what? Wait, what engine for what? Oh, I missed something. Oh, for the motorhome. $6,000 for a motorhome engine? Yikes.
Well, what is it? Somebody buying a 440, or is it actually for a motorhome?
I don't know what the motorhome was. Mark Sauvé.
Oh, he had a motorhome. So didn't he just sell a motorhome?
I'm into legal stuff now, says George. I've won 2 lawsuits with no lawyer.
Oh God.
Interesting.
And
Wow.
where's he at?
That would take a lot of research and study. Where's he at?
I want to know who can do that. Yeah, that's interesting. I got a lawsuit going right now and nothing's happening, so I don't know.
Keeps your mind happy to be busy. Yeah, I like having something to hyper focus on, to fixate on. I just have to be careful that I don't ignore the things that I should. There's always other things that don't want to be doing that have to get done. Takes a lot of balance. It says, I have no clue if what I'm doing is legal from one moment to the next. That's freedom, I suppose, in some way. In some ways, it's sort of freedom. Okay, good night, Luis. Oh, it was a diesel motorhome. Yeah, diesel engines are very expensive. Yeah, $6,000 doesn't surprise me. Shoot. Yeah, a 454 with a 400 will last you a good long time.
Okay, so now, what do I need? I don't know why they made these things so small. Wires for the horn, really hefty. These are really light.
I don't know.
Oh, and they give two. Oh, I got to ground one side. See, mine is grounded. Is there a positive and negative on this?
I think that's what they are, yeah.
Or does it not matter?
Oh, I don't know which way it has to go.
Or it's just power? Well, I guess we can always swap them around.
That's true because they got clips on them.
How am I going to do
It would
this?
be 500 pounds heavier, but if he fit permanent cupboards, a bed, and opening windows to his van, the yearly registration cost is halved. Hmm. I like that wording, hyperfocus. Yeah, hyperfixation, hyperfocus. Just like all my concentration. I like to really concentrate hard on things. Like when I was doing some research about the cylinder heads, and I watched like 18 videos in a row, different people, and I watched them at 2x speed to just absorb lots. Mark Sauvé says yes, there is a positive and a negative on the horns. Let me see if I can see labeling.
Yeah, I looked and didn't see it.
I see no labeling, so we're gonna just wing it.
There's no instructions in that box either.
Wing-a-ling it. And if there's contact points, does it really matter? Barrow says some of those horns are power in, power out. Yeah, it definitely is. That's how I used it on the battery over here to make them honk.
Didn't really honk very well on the battery. Might be something.
Oh,
I think that might have been the battery in the connection.
George knows congressmen, but he's a regular dude. Mark Sauvé says, so my motorhome wouldn't crank due to a code set by the transmission. I was thinking chewed wires for mice. I was wrong. Oh, I don't know. What was it? Oh, Mike's going fishing tomorrow. Private lake, and I'll fill my freezer for winter with crappie bass and brim. Nice. I haven't gone fishing in a really long time. I wonder if there's good fish in the river here.
Matt, you know my son, he was really into that. He knows where the good fishing spots are.
Oh, yeah.
He had a little boat, he'd go out like a kayak or something, he'd go out. Some little thing, I don't know if it was a kayak, something little like that. He'd go out.
Faith says we should make an old car out of cardboard.
What?
I don't know.
We got all this aircraft aluminum around here. We're gonna make one out of that, but we made the command decision to do the Valiant first.
Yeah.
Before the aluminum car.
We're going to build a Valiant into a Australian Ute
kind of
tribute car.
Yep, a good tribute car. There you go.
Oh, Joyce doesn't even have a garage. It's tough without a garage. We're really, really fortunate to have this place. It's really good.
This is why I bought this house. It's the cheapest house I could find with a garage.
I mean, it's a good,
separate garage.
It's a good size shop too. It's a double garage and then some. The previous owner built this place to paint cars in.
How did that happen? How can you have wires? You don't do anything and they tangle.
Oh, that's how it goes.
I don't even try to tangle.
George has half an acre. Half an acre is a pretty good size. The reason the property here is it's 4 acres because you got to have 4 acres because there's no sewer here, so you have to have a septic field, and in order to do that, you have to have a reasonable sized piece of property, and the property here is like a hillside, so you might be able to have 2 houses on a piece of property this size, but yeah, they spread them out here. We're way out of town. You get closer to town, and the lot sizes get smaller and smaller. Mark Savay says the 40-foot container is going to be part storage and part workshop. That's awesome. That's a big deal. When my wife got sick, I got all thrown off. That would do it. I'm sorry that your wife got sick. So you've got septic on half an acre?
Well, where I lived in Yuma, there were neighborhoods that were on septic, and they were all close together, but they were in the county.
That's how it's done here. See, the place where I grew up, there was half-acre lots and smaller, and they had septic. But the problem is that that's too small of a piece of property to run like a family of 4 on septic. And what happens is the septic fields run over, and that's a health concern. So the state funded sewage lines. They dug a sewage system for the neighborhoods and got rid of all the septic because it wasn't effective. I remember as a kid running through the neighbor's yard and it was all squishy. It smelled bad, and there was like suds coming up out of the ground and stuff like that in places because the septic fields didn't. When they make a septic field that small on that small of a piece of property, it's not effective. And you're not allowed to have you're not allowed to do that there anymore. the ground will saturate with that many going at once. Not fun. Yeah. I have a well too. Well, that's the other danger. Is how do you keep your well clean when you've only got half an acre and you're pulling water out of the ground and then, you know, peeing in it and then putting it back in the ground? It's like, well, how do you keep the two from mixing? At some point, you don't. Especially if everybody's on a half an acre, it gets dicey. We'll just say you just eventually there's contamination problems. I don't know why we're talking about septic fields. I worked as a plumber for several years, and at least one of the places I worked for, we had a septic truck, so I pumped tanks and I saw some stuff. We do not have a well here. We are on city water here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We have yeah, it's out in the county, but we have city water. They call it city water, but it's county.
I don't know if you were asking us or him, but I answered for us.
Yeah, okay, that's cool.
No, I mean because George was talking about. Everybody was talking about what they have and what they don't have, so I wasn't sure who was asking what. About $300 every time we need it empty. Private company does them. Oh, Mark Survey says, oh, the township goes around and empties the septic tanks yearly. Well, that is excellent maintenance. Because like here and in a lot of places, they never empty the tanks.
No, that's on you.
Never empty the tanks. No, I mean the homeowners never empty the tanks. Nobody empties the tanks until they have a problem. They just run and run. If you're maintaining the system properly, they last a lot longer.
That's right.
You have a lot less problems. It's just like automotive maintenance. Granddad's Junk says we collect rainwater here, and it rains regular.
You know, in California, you can't do that.
No, you're not allowed.
I don't know if it's by county or what, but California says that's their water, not your water. So you're not allowed to take it. What a bunch of crap that is.
Pitt says yearly is excessive. It depends. If the municipality is set up for yearly maintenance on tanks, they may allow smaller tanks and smaller systems on smaller plots of land, and then they will require they'll require that maintenance. You know, they design a system around the expected usage. Depending on what you throw in your septic field, you could go forever without a pump out. That is true. That is also true. And if you use the wrong kind of like laundry detergent, you kill all the good microbes in your septic system, and then it'll mess it up. Like you need the anaerobic bacteria in there to digest it, right? And if it doesn't digest itself, then eventually it just fills up and then overflows into the tank overflows into the field, and then it clogs up. So in some places they have gray water systems and like they have a separate system so that the toilet goes into a different place than the laundry, and that is a much better system because the digestion part doesn't get, and you don't flush anything down that system, and then they're very resilient and they work very well. Olive says, I think Arizona is really crazy about no rain barrels thing, which is pretty silly considering the rules that people come up with. Political promises on boards. Tavo says that's what the septic truck says in his town.
It says what?
Political promises on board. Mark Sauvé says, toss a dead cat or something in a septic tank to keep the digestion going. Maybe, yeah. I mean, don't kill an animal intentionally for it, but a dead animal might encourage digestion. And then they sell like what is they call it, Ridex. There's stuff that you can sort of like dump down your drains that goes in there that's supposed to. But if you're putting like really harsh laundry detergent down in your pipes, it's just going to kill that again. So I don't know. Snake oil.
Where did I put that? There.
Pitt says my preference is to let gray water flow into the yard somewhere. You can treat the grass for that, and it'll be fine. Let the septic biome do its job. Yeah, there's problems with that, but yeah, I don't know. Above my pay grade. I don't.
Who said that?
Pitt.
Lucky. He has a pay grade.
No, I was saying my pay grade. I said that's above.
Where do you get this pay grade?
I said, well, whatever my pay grade is, it's above my.
I was wondering, where do you get this pay grade?
Oh, Mark, so they flushes dead mice for that reason. Yeah, that makes sense. Plenty of bacteria in a dead mouse. Master Baked says, I helped my dad put in many septic tanks. Now they're all abandoned. Yeah, generally when you start putting in housing plans, it's just too much. You need some elbow room to really have a good septic system and a gray water system. Get people too close together, and then bubbles are coming up out of the ground, and somebody's unhappy.
That sounds like the Beverly Hillbillies. They got rich doing that.
Up through the ground come a bubbly groove. Barrows, after living in a motorhome for a year and a half, and they found one. He says, sweet, no toilet treatment. And I was wrong because it's a septic. Yep. Pitt says, you get paid? Not really. Not so much. Pretty much everything is above my pay grade. George said an acid, like ACID, acid treatment done to your septic system 5 years ago? Huh. Cost $600. Yikes. The worst is when you get roots in your septic system. That's awful. D-Man's got the cement pond.
We had a plastic pond. It's gone.
Buddy Carfano said a water main broke in the street last winter, made the whole neighborhood an ice skating rink.
Oh man, ours broke, but it was springtime. Remember when ours broke? Kim. Remember when our water main broke? Up the street, uphill? And they were up there with some kind of machine and they chopped the water main in half?
I remember that, but we didn't. I don't really.
No, they got it fixed the same day.
You kind of have to keep working until it's done. D-Man is way out in the sticks.
Yeah, that's hot.
Go figure. This man.
I grabbed something that was hot.
They had a septic truck painted pink for breast cancer awareness. No way. D-Man's had no internet most of last week from trees snapping when it got that first cold snap with the wind. Ooh. Fixing internet lines stinks.
Now, new little harness I have to make. I have to get in here for a second. I have to make a little grounding harness. These pieces.
We've handled multiple water main breaks through 2 or 3 neighboring towns. Always fun. Oh man, up in Pittsburgh with all the freezing and thawing cycles, there was water line breaks all over the place all the time. It was just constant. And the infrastructure was very old. Oh. Mexican Spec had no water all day Tuesday. They were working on a water main all day. Sometimes it's...
At least they were working on it.
No Wi-Fi for a couple of days. Water had to be boiled. And some power cutouts. Man. Granddad's junk. Had a bunch of troubles. Barrows uses Riddix every month, going on 6 years without trouble, and I found a really good solution for the tree roots. But I'd have to tell you in person what it is. Doesn't hurt the trees, but they avoid it. The tree roots don't like copper, so they sell root treatments, and it's just copper. But the roots, they hate it. So, but the treatments don't fix. They kind of maintain, but they're not necessarily. They're not quick fixes. They're maintenance things. Stray Bullet got back from feeding the kitties. There's a bunch of happy kitty faces in the chat.
Oh, are you shitting me?
I am not shitting. I shit you not. What's wrong?
There's a little bracket that you got to bend, so it. And when I start bending it.
It cracked.
It cracked.
You need me to make a new
cheap little brackets. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something. Okay.
There's a couple of. There's extra ones.
Good. Then you give you extras because they know what's gonna happen.
Try an extra one. If it cracks, I'll cut a piece of metal.
Or I'll take the one off now. The other one is.
Mopar K says you should see the Mopars for sale down here in Mississippi. Oh man, I can't afford to buy nothing.
The further south you go and the further west you go.
There's
Except
more.
if you go to Arizona, shit's everywhere because it's dry and warm. Same with Mexico. That's why Mexican speck has such good stuff. It's because it's warm and dry. You know, it was 24 degrees here. We're watching his live, and I asked him. He said it was like 86 or something. He's driving through the desert. See that?
Yeah. Oh, it broke.
It broke.
Oh.
Okay, well, they give you enough where you... Okay, so I have to do a slow bend. These are not very... yeah, they don't like being bent. You gotta bend them. Well, now in some other way, what can I do?
They're just asking for revival. Yeah, some of them cars have been flooded and
Maybe I can just use some straight.
sitting for a long time, or got holes in the floors. I don't know. Worn out a bit. People were like, I'm going to get a new car. And then they sit around for 20 years, and then suddenly they're desirable again.
Yeah,
that ain't too bad there. Yeah, I don't think it probably isn't too bad, but
the thing is, like the new cars now, they'll never be like that unless you like put old engines in them that are analog, because all these modules, you won't be able to get the modules. They're already running into trouble with that.
Yeah, you won't want to. You won't want to. Oh, why are you giving me the sad face? Okay. Don't worry, one at a time, Kay. You can't fix them all.
What's she doing trying to fix too much stuff?
She's just, now that she likes old cars, she sees them everywhere.
Okay, not K, but okay, like, okay. Kim, I'm looking for the blue Loctite. I don't know where that might be.
Blue Loctite, it was up on this shelf right there.
I do not see it.
It was up on this shelf. Because you like
That's where I looked up there. I didn't. That's where you told me everything goes. Then I don't see it. It's hiding back there. I really have. I even have a hard time reaching this. Oh, there we go. 243. Perfect. Who knows the difference between Loctite 242 blue and Loctite 243 blue? There's a difference. They both do the same thing. They're both a medium strength, but they both do the same thing. The early ones are 242. You had to have really clean threads. This is 243. This, you can have oil on the threads and it still works. I mean, not all greased up, but if the thread's a little bit oily, 243 works really well. It's the new blue. So remember that.
My poor Gay didn't even know what those cars were. Buddy, Kay.
Didn't know what cars were.
Papa's cars. Her cars.
Oh, they were just old cars out there.
They were just old cars.
And now she's all
She
into
was out there dancing, and people were like, those are cars, right? And she was like, what do you mean? You're like, those are Dodge. Those are Mopars. You ought to fix those cars. So now she is.
And she shows up to No Name Nationals. I can't see. I didn't get any on it. Was there nothing coming out of this? I don't think there's anything coming out of this. No, it's cloth. It's Loctited shut.
It says he got 32 miles per gallon with its 3.1 Beretta from Virginia to Nebraska. Yeah, that would be a good highway car.
I remember those.
Now they're my favorite vehicle ever, says Mopar K. They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. you know, I don't know. Not everybody wants to work on cars. Some people just want it to work. And some people are really afraid that the car is going to break down. They don't like old cars. A lot of people don't like cars. But I have always had a fascination with old machines, sometimes to my detriment. But then again, I've bought new cars and had bad luck with certain new cars. So, and the payments suck, and high insurance sucks. Hippie Long asks, did you show the surfaced heads? I just got here. I have them.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that anybody cared that much to see them. They look shiny and well surfaced.
Yeah, sure.
How do I pick it up? It's heavy.
Yeah, I know. It's heavyweight. The camera's lighter than the head. Of course, that camera's pretty much there.
We're working on the horns tonight. The head looks good. D-Man asked, what did you do on your birthday? We
Oh no, that was the day.
No, we worked in the yard. We moved the dart over to a spot in the yard and drained all the gas out of it, and we moved the Valiant is over in the row. It's like directly out this door across the lane so that when we're done with this girl, we can pull it out and pull the Valiant in, and the Valiant's going to get ute. So anyways, we moved a bunch of vehicles around so that we could
You like to tighten shit
be
so
more
tight
prepared.
nobody can get it apart.
I tighten it so tight that it doesn't come loose when I don't want it to.
Yeah, and I can't. That's beyond my ability anymore.
You don't have the grip.
I don't have the grip shit. Can you hand me that box of drill bits there?
You didn't know she had the G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip.
She does.
Faith, I am 50. The big 5-0. Kid asks how the bores are. We ball honed them and they look fantastic.
Well, the thing is, that engine had been bored. It was 30 over and it looked almost fresh. So we just freshened it up with a ball.
Didn't look fresh, but it looked
really good. I mean, there was
no ridge or anything.
No ridge, there's no taper.
The one bore had a little bit of a ridge, but it looked pretty good. And we wanted to run them in. Yeah, we ran a ball hone. They are ready for fresh rings.
I need your help.
Got my Hastings rings. I gotta show them my Hastings.
Okay, you can show.
Hastings rings, cast iron, 30 over rings.
Is Dougster here? No.
No.
Because the Dougster's mother works for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you need?
And that's why he uses Dougster. Uses that for his avatar. Okay, so there's some like they're probably 7/16 heads. There's some sheet metal bolts that just screw into sheet metal.
Yeah.
Do you know where those are?
Oh.
I know that's a tough question. It seems to me we have like a little supply of those. I need them.
It's always nice when you can just clean her up with a ball hone. Yeah, I know. Well, that's when we tore this engine down when I first got it. I was so relieved to see how nice the bores looked, but it had gotten just a little bit of water in it, so we had to take it apart and like lube it up so it didn't rust or seize or anything, and it's been sitting around ever since. So I'm glad to be moving forward with it. Stray Bullet says, I've decided I'm never buying another cast iron engine. I'm dealing with strictly aluminum from now on.
We deal with free.
That's mostly like LS's then?
Oh, Toyotas and every new car.
Toyota makes aluminum engines? I guess so.
Yes, I think they
Volkswagen
all.
does.
I think they all are now, except the old shit we work on.
What am I looking for?
Some kind of sheet metal screws, so I can drill a hole. Here, look at this. Look at this. See what I want to do. So I want to mount this here. And screw a bolt in there. This just I can drill a hole, and then I'm going to put a second one here. I can drill a hole and just put, you know what I mean, a sheet metal thing in there. Drill a small hole and run one in.
What about like some like the self tappers? You want something?
Yeah, something like that. Only big enough that it's not tiny. It's a hole like for a bolt that would be like have a 7/16 head or it's probably a 5/16 hole. I don't know how big this hole is. It might be 5/16. It might be 1/4 inch. It's probably metric. I don't know. Where's my calipers? They might got put away where they're supposed to be. Oh, what do you think of those? They need to be bigger around. Those are too small.
I don't really think we have anything.
No, that's the wrong thing. Well, we had some sheet metal ones that were bigger than that. Don't tell me we're going to get stopped because we don't have the right hardware.
Well, I guess we could do it tomorrow.
I know. I'm into it. Finish it.
I'm sorry, I don't think we have it.
All those stupid things to not have. I know. I'm used to having I know. I worked in places where we had every kind of hardware there was, and you just walk over there and you get it, and leave change the inventory so they buy more. And we don't have that option here.
I can't remember seeing anything like that. You're like talking.
Oh, I remember things like that, but I don't remember if they were.
Hardware. I mean,
don't
I'd
remember
have
if they
to
were
pull
here.
something like that out of another vehicle, maybe. But I
What is today? Thursday. Yeah, the little store up the road there is open. Oh, I don't want to make this a tomorrow project.
I mean, I just don't have what you're asking for.
Ooh.
It's like fart its belly, it jumps like pumpkin pie.
Why can't we just stock every kind of hardware there is? All. No.
Ford has a lot of factory aluminum engines.
Oh, I think everybody does now.
Yeah, I think most people, yeah.
Okay, well now at least I know how to make these horns mount without bending the brackets.
Okay.
But then I would have needed hardware anyways. Oh, these are broken. They're opposite. They're opposite? They are opposite. Are they?
We don't have any pets.
I think the birds ate our pets.
Yeah, I don't want to repeat that story. But
well, some of our pets were wild animals that would come
we
up.
do have some wild animals
They would
around.
come up on the porch and eat.
Oh, a deer made me trigger the anti-lock brakes in the Jeep tonight. Scared the crap out of me. Ran right in front of me.
Really?
Stray Bullet says, I have a virtual hardware store here. I don't even remember the last time I bought another bolt. Yeah, but he wants something specific, and I don't got it. It's not something
Well,
that...
we just don't have that much stuff.
Oh, we've got lots of stuff.
Yeah, it's just not the right
thing that you're asking for. I know I don't have a pile of them.
All I need is 2.
Kim has pets that lived in her air ducts. That's right. The mice live in the air ducts, and the snakes lives in the air ducts.
Snake was a snake we gave him a new home. Really.
Aldo says, I don't care if the internet is bored with them. I'd like to LS swap something. No worries, light, low center of gravity. Yeah, I mean the LS engines. It's a good package, and that's why so many people are using it. The old aluminum was difficult, but the modern aluminum is okay, especially with torque-to-yield bolts. I guess.
Yeah, that's why you have to replace the bolts every time.
Steven loves some iron. I break aluminum. Well, George, it is a 318. It's my project. I've been working on a little bit. I have to what did I need to do? I needed to grind something and I couldn't do. Oh, I've got to grind one of the seats in this cylinder head, and I have to polish. I want to polish some of these rods a little bit before I put the pistons back on it. So I have a little. I drilled out the end of the rod to lighten it up just a smidge. So I got to do that on the other 7.
Once you do one of them, now you're committed.
Now I got to do them all. Dumb me.
It's like, oh, what did I do that for? So I can do the other 7. And right away you start liking 6-cylinder, 4-cylinder.
Now it's been Kim printed. Yeah. It turns out the coolant passages was the biggest issue with that motor. One side of the coolant, one bank was blocked up. Now that that's open, I feel really good about it. That motor's going to run really good.
Yeah, we don't really know the history on that. It came out of something before we had it.
Yeah, they told me it was some old guy's truck. He passed away while it was sitting at the transmission shop.
So that's probably exactly what it was.
Stray Bullet says I'm going to buy aluminum stock. At one time, aluminum was incredibly expensive material. Mickey Long likes my experiment. I mean, I don't know. We're just working with the stuff we have. A 318 is nice because parts are very available, very affordable. Barrow says the old aluminum, traditional nuts and bolts don't move together, so you had to run loose tolerances for temperature. That's why Corvairs are like Harleys and seep oil. I see. Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, think about Corvairs. That the first year was 1960, so that came out late in '59, which means they were designing those engines back in probably '56 and '7 and '8. They were that was the technology that they had to work with.
Dean just saw a 1970 Maserati with a 4.9, and that the aluminum 320 horsepower engine has lasted well. Yeah, you can't argue that. George says simple to work on. Yeah, and cheap, and just you know.
Get
Mo Parquet can't sit in front of a camera. I can't sit still. I don't know if I could ever co-host on a sit-down live. Well, I don't know. We don't. I'm the one working. He's in. He's trying to do those horns tonight.
I got new parts that D-Man got me. I want to make them work, and I like this. I want to make it happen, and so I'm going to make it happen. And everybody thinks I don't work because I'm sitting there all the time, but I do.
He's better at sitting and talking to the thing, but he said he wanted to work on the. He wanted to do most of this tonight, so I'm letting him. I should probably move the camera from there so you guys can see him a little better.
Watch making mistakes.
Yeah.
Look, smoke going in my face.
I mean, go with what works, Kay. Like this is a good format for us, but like we don't do very good with the recorded stuff. It doesn't work for us. Like people don't watch it, so this is easy. This sort of fits what works for us.
Okay, what worked good for Kay? I'll tell you what worked good for Kay. For kind of sitting, kind of not. She was sitting on the hood of a satellite or a Roadrunner or something, and she was talking and kind of getting up and moving around and sitting back down again, and that worked. I watched it.
Barrow says Corvair came out in the summer of '59 with a 6-cylinder boxer. People say Chevy copied Porsche, but they didn't go 6-cylinder until '65.
No, what they did was they wanted something that was similar to Volkswagen, but they wanted to Americanize it. You know, a little bigger car, a little, you know what they did, and I think they were very successful with it. Except, lawyers came around. What's sad is that the rollover problems of the Corvair were nowhere near as bad as the rollover problems of the Volkswagen Beetle. But the lawyers didn't go after the Beetle; they went after the Corvair. And then they fixed the problem of the Corvair by going a true independent rear suspension at '65, but the reputation followed it, sadly. Really good car after '65. Oh, you know what I need? It's up here.
Oh, I like your okay, I like your husband's new Dodge truck. have a truck just like that. I like it. So yes, trucks rule. Most, sort of most. There's some nice people in our, especially in our group. I find there's a lot of nice people. They care. They're kind. They check in on you. Hippie Long says there's zillions of rust-free Dodge trucks here in Central California. There's a lot of them here too. When I came to Tennessee and saw all these rust-free trucks, I was like, wow.
They're not as rust-free as Central California and Southern California and Arizona desert. That you would be surprised, Campo. Oh, look what I just found. Yeah, maybe. Nope. Too good to be true. Whole pack of those screws I want. Except they're not.
Most older Dodge trucks rust away up north.
Everything rusts away.
Everything rusts away up north. I don't really go any place but YouTube either. I know I should diversify my social media footprint. It would be good for our channel. I've been lazy about it. Just really only want to do YouTube stuff. I don't know. There's a 10mm socket in the oil pan, says Fit, of a Chevy 350. I mean, if you drop it in there, what are you going to do? Leave it?
Hey, I pulled a tire off a rim one time in the tire shop.
Yeah.
There was a wrench inside it. It was a 7/8 wrench. It was about this long, combination wrench, box open wrench, inside the tire.
Inside the tire.
It had a balance problem.
Can't imagine why.
We didn't know it was in there until we pulled it off the rim. It's like, oh, here's the problem.
Straight Bullet says, you found my 10mm.
The other balance problem I found one time was really strange. Is a Mercedes-Benz. You pull the wheel cover off in a real deep dish wheel. It's really deep dish. And the right front was vibrating is what was the complaint. I went out and drove it. got it up to about 50 and the thing's shaking. Okay, so I'm going to pull the wheel off and balance it. I take the hubcap off, and there's a dead rat in there that's about this thick. And on the inside of the, he's like pulled like 50 or 60 G's, and he's all flattened out and had died. So we took the rat out, put the hubcap back on it. I went out and drove it, and it was perfectly smooth. Stupid rodent climbed up in there, died. Somewhere around here, there's a little, there's a knife. It's actually a knife. That's it. Can you do something for me? Because I'm just shaky enough. I have cut this part way, but I need the rest of that cut off, and I know I'm going to hurt myself doing that. So maybe you could slice that enough that it'll work. You're probably good at shit like that. And you got a table to do it on. Oh, that might work. Did you cut it enough? I can grab it with pliers and split it open, I think, if it's part. What's going on here?
They're talking.
Tell my motorcycles are like cats. There's a distribution system.
I post some stuff on Facebook, but not really you.
Yeah, something came through from you yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
I just share memes. I don't post.
Yeah, you share stuff. It's stuff that somebody else.
I don't really advertise our YouTube channel. I had somebody post on my thing, "You're not the real Kim Fixes things. This is a fake profile."
What? Somebody wrote that?
Yeah. I was like, actually, it is. It's me. It's me.
I think I can split that with the pliers. You're going to try to do that. Okay. Yeah, let's see how that's splitting. Yeah, that's what I'll. Thank you. You can keep that piece.
Hey, thanks. That's good of you.
Yeah.
Still smells like a dumpster on a hot day from sitting next to a grain bin for a decade. Well, yeah. There used to be a technical service bulletin on Mazda Millennia for possible critters building nests in the intake valley, says Mark Sauvé. Yikes. Olive used to find all the 10mm sockets and for whatever reason 9/16 wrenches near the big recurring pothole I walk by to get my cigarettes each day. That's a strange
Cigarettes.
anomaly in the universe.
Oops. More.
I used to post on Facebook. Barrow says I used to post on Facebook as well, but Facebook has stupid rules and moderators of those rules. So I stopped posting anything on there long ago. Yeah, I don't. Probably.
Oh, is it tomorrow we're going for a ride? What time is that commitment at?
So I have a doctor's appointment at 10 a.m. So when it's over, I'd like to go.
So you're coming back here first?
No, it's an online appointment. So I will
Oh,
be here for the
okay.
doctor's
So like 11 o'clock or something.
11 o'clock, 11:30 maybe. We're going to Bumpus Mills to get a window for the other Fox body, so that we have a window for it. Because right now it just has a door with no window. and I hate to have an incomplete car here. I
Oh,
think that other car is good enough that we could put it back together as a car. I don't know. Maybe
needs
we
a
can.
windshield.
Yeah, but I think we can get a windshield, can't we?
From where?
Oh no.
Oh, I was just gonna take that car and put Lexan in it. You make a race car out of it. If we, I thought you were buying that for this car, so we have a spare.
I
didn't know what you were doing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
We
To be
don't
honest.
know what we're doing.
9/16 is a very popular size. Uh-huh. Yep, it is.
It was till 10 millimeter came around.
It's a good size to drop into an engine bay till you hit a hot hole. Hippie Long says we got 4 days of rain coming.
Well, that's good in California. You don't usually get that. I lived in California. Sometimes it goes 7 years without rain. Then you'd have a year where it rained like hell and all the houses would run into the ocean down by Malibu again. They're all rich people complaining.
Oh, Mark Sauvé's going for the night. The grandson on the bus in the morning. Thanks for being here.
Oh, who's leaving? Mark Sauvé?
George, are you going to finish the 318 block? Well, not tonight. Tonight we're working on the horns for his car. And if I walk away from the chat, then he'll sit down and not work on his thing. So, Stray Bullet says it's climate change. That's why they're getting
Climate change. It's today's climate change. Tomorrow there'll be a different climate change. Climate does change. It has done that for millions of years.
How am I still awake? We're up late every night. But I did stuff today in the yard, so. Oh, I ran the skid loader a little bit. I moved the. See, you can't see what I moved around, but I moved a bunch of stuff around in the yard today. I ran the skid loader and I pressure washed his van. All this is, I think there's too much drama about metric. Yeah, I mean, we've been using metric. Nowadays, everyone's like, more tools, take my money. I mean, tools are more decent tools are more accessible. Like, you can get a cheap set of tools that aren't so bad. When I was younger, the cheap tools were garbage. And you can get cheap tools now that are pretty workable. He belongs out. He has a show tomorrow and Saturday. Yeah, you better get some rest. Thanks for being here, Hippie Long. Good to hear from you. Pitt doesn't mind the metric, but it frustrates me when the engine is one way and the chassis is the other.
Oh, this car's full of that. This is in the middle of the change. Or this is the beginning of the change.
George asks, do you have a car for the 318? I have a Dodge Dakota, an 85, 87, I think it's the 85 Dodge Dakota with a 2.5 liter four-cylinder. And I think that the 318 engine might go really good in there. But I don't know yet. The oil pan that I have for the 318 is a truck pan. So that might, I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of like a get it out of the corner and see what it needs. Are we actually ever going to build it? And we've tore it all down, and it's like, yeah, let's put this together. It'll be a good running motor. It's not going to be like a super powerhouse screaming racing motor, but I mean, it's a good, hearty American V8, like, compared to a four-cylinder, it's going to be fun. And I've got transmissions. I got like 4 or 5 different transmissions under the desk here. I think I have to probably refresh, but they're complete. Pitt says tools have never been more affordable. I'm continually surprised. I just bought a trans-flush machine that'll pay itself off in one job. Yeah, and it might last several jobs easily.
It's kind of like your air conditioning machine.
Well, the air conditioning machine is an old tool. He's buying brand new tools.
Oh, brand new tools.
Yeah. 318 is a good motor. Yeah, it is. And people yank them out to replace them with something, with a Hemi or a Magnum motor. This is an LAA one. They want the Magnum because it is a better motor. This one came out of a truck because, I don't know, maybe they put a 440 in the truck or something like that.
Maybe it's a rusty truck.
Yeah, or the truck was rusty and the motor was still good.
Transmission was bad, right?
They had problems with the transmission, yeah. Yeah, they might have just decided they didn't even want to fix the transmission. They're just going to scrap the whole thing. That happens. George says I had the 273 Commandos that ripped. Yeah, you can build a 273. Oh, the really fun ones, Barrows says, are the British Leland stuff because it has all 3 standards.
Oh, like Whitworth?
I guess so. Yeah. Pitt says the old AC reclaim machine I got will last forever too. It's a yellow jacket. See, we got a Robinair machine with a bad electrical board, and I fixed the electrical board, and now it'll last forever. We fixed the AC in this, and we fixed the AC in the Jeep.
Yeah, it already paid off.
Yeah, I paid $100 for it and made the repair cost almost nothing. Most are British standard, but others are mystery threads. Lovely. Well, Kim Fixes Things. That's my channel, is Kim Fixes Things. Yes, I can kind of fix anything. Not anything, but I can fix a lot of stuff. And if I don't know how, I'll figure it out. And if I don't figure it out, I'll throw it away and try something else, because you can't fix everything.
Do you know where the the small impact drivers, the one you can run sockets in? Not the giant one. It's not over there in the rack.
It is at the house.
Okay, I'll do it, man.
I'm cold. Did the
Oh.
fire go out?
I'm busy, so I'm not paying attention to it. Let me pay attention to fire for a minute.
You know what? The thermometer says that it's fine in here, so I think it's just cold over this
Oh
end.
no, this thing's like way down.
Hmm.
I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
Him is part of the Society of American Fix-It Ladies. Yeah, me and Mo Parquet and Olive are the Society of American Fix-It Ladies.
The thing is, Olive doesn't have a channel. Come on, Olive.
Not everybody wants to have a channel.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. She has multiple case channels. I see her in other channels sometimes, like Mexican Specs channel.
Yeah.
Ooh, I really let this go down too far. Oops.
He didn't, buddy. Thank you for reminding me.
What's
I
that?
told him now he's going to have to shoot. Buddy Carfano asked if you remembered to post a short.
I have not. It's like, oh my God, what time is it? It's already late. Jeez. I got way too much going on at once. I guess it's going to be late. My shorts haven't been doing well anyway. They quit pushing them out. I don't know what the problem is. Pushing out all the AI stuff.
George says, no exaggeration. I can fix anything as well. That's good to know. Fix-it people need to stick together because I can't fix anything. I've fixed a lot of things, but there's also lots of things that stumped me. But that's how I learned. But having somebody who's been there already say, oh yeah, you have to do this or check out that can be really useful. So there's a lot of nights we're out here in the shop working on stuff, and like the one night we had that Dakota in here, and Barrows was watching. He said, "That sounds like the valves are hitting. Did you check the timing marks?" And he was right. He diagnosed the problem with a vehicle right through the internet. George says, fridge, car, heater, well pump, dryer, washer. Yeah, fixed a bunch of those kinds of things. I was trained as a plumber as well, so I know a lot about plumbing. We talked about septic systems for a long time. Boy, I would rather talk about mayonnaise, although I guess it's similar to which. George says, just can't fix me. Yeah, I don't fix people. I fix things. Olive says, tonight the housemaid handed me something I could not fix non-destructively. It says, I'm Buck forever. There ain't no fix. Well, timing is critical. There's a lot of things that I could fix, but it really isn't worth it. It's more work and expense than just getting a replacement. I'll help anybody. I'll help a lot of people. I don't know about anybody. A lot of people. But when I say I can't fix people, it's just like people don't. I help people, but I don't. Maybe people don't need fixed. They're as broken as they choose to be. Oh, the casing of the thingy would have to be busted. Well, some things are not meant to be fixed. Then it wouldn't be a tidy little posh thing anymore. So yeah. Hmm. Some things aren't designed to be fixed. That's why I like working on the older stuff because the design and thinking was serviceability was built in. Whereas a lot of the new stuff, they don't want you to reverse engineer it. Now, straight bullet, a lot of times they glue or mold things together now. They don't want you to take it apart.
This is going out. Why did
I don't know. Can we be done?
Oh no! I just got all this wood in here and I'm not done. Give me a. You want to leave? I'm almost there, I think.
Stray Bullet says we must persevere.
I just put a whole load of wood in here.
Okay.
How long have we been on?
2 hours and 15 minutes.
Really? I feel like I've been working for about 20 minutes.
Oh. Bear Rose says, I think that was the hardest thing working on people's daily. Can I fix it? Yeah, but do you really want to put $100 saddle on a $5 pony?
Yeah. It's
Sure.
not going to take any more than 20 minutes or cost more than a $5 bill, is it?
Yeah. What? It's going to cost money for you to do your job? Barracuda wonders if Chrysler Australia imported 318 slants or made them in Australia. I suspect they were imported. I do not know that history. Not at all.
What surprised me was there were right-hand drive Chrysler cars made in Canada that went to Australia. I didn't know that till our live on last Tuesday.
George says I saved a dude drowning in a canal 3 years ago. Wow. His car flipped over. Whoa. That does sound crazy. Holy cow. Barracuda rescued a whale. All right. Are you guys telling...
Kim, I'm pretty close to making this thing. I won't be able to mount the horns, but I'll be able to cap everything else.
Josh Oman says if he's almost done, he might as well see it through. All right.
Well, I'm not almost done, but I'm almost to the point where all I got to do is mount the horns in place. And I need 2 bolts for that. But other than that, I'm almost there.
Sean O'Brien is here.
Sean O'Brien. He's up late. He's same time zone we are.
Yeah, the spelling got a little bit botched there, but O'Brien was saying that he was messing with the new fuel pump. I guess he got rid of the 3 filters and used a cheap clear filter. And it went from 3 to 5. I guess, is that PSI? At the end of the rate? Okay. I think that's good. Is it supposed to be a low pressure system?
Okay, they're just sitting there, but let's see what happens.
Okay. Jesus! That is loud! I did not expect to be that loud.
Remember the other one? The other one was like, this was like,
I'm sure they didn't hear that, but it really did. It was loud.
I just gotta mount the horn. I just gotta bolt them down.
They're loud.
But I got the wiring harness done.
Great.
And they work.
Okay.
Okay, now I just gotta clean up my mess. And then I guess we can roll out of here if you want, but I got good heat going, you know.
George, that's a horrific story. I'm really sorry.
What happened?
The car was still running upside down underwater.
Oh, gee.
And I guess he was not able to save everyone. I don't know. I figured the noise filter would cut it out. This
Yeah, that was
loud.
That was loud. That's louder than any machine we've ever had. Well, is D-Man still in here?
Oh.
D-Man still here? D-Man.
No,
Man.
I don't think he is.
He
I
left.
haven't seen him in. It must have, yeah.
Really? Well, it was D-Man that sent me these horns, and man, do they work well. This is good. He said I like them. He's right. I like them.
Oh, Sean has one last car club cruise Saturday morning.
Oh, this is before winter?
Yeah.
Winter's here.
Well, I hope that it gives you good service then. It sounds like you're getting better because he dumped the other filters because it's clogging.
Kim, if somebody gets in my way, they're going to hear my horn.
Jeez, yeah, they will.
I don't think you like them. Here.
Everyone was okay. Oh, okay. Thank God, George. I thought they were saying that there were people trapped in the car that you couldn't get. Well, I mean, it could only run so long underwater before it ran out of air. Folks that swap electric fuel pumps into carbureted vehicles run into this. You need a fuel pressure regulator with almost any electric pump. Yeah.
Excuse
me. Yeah, you do.
What is this? What do they run into problems with?
Fuel pressure.
Oh, yeah, you can't run the high pressure pump in the tank.
Even a low pressure pump, they build up too much and then they overpower the floats. Sean says you can do 7 psi before it overpowers the floats. Okay, cool. Depending on the carburetor, it really depends. Generally, with carburetors, you don't need pressure, you need volume. You need the correct amount of volume.
My '64 Ford with the 351, I had a it's an Edelbrock now. It was a Carter AFB, but it was new. And that thing, anything over about 3 pounds, and it would overflow the carburetor. Maybe 3.5. So I used to run at 3 pounds. I could run it wide open all day, and it was enough, but it didn't flood. I kept it at 3 pounds. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Oh, Kim, I took the whole socket thing. There they are. I didn't know where I put them. There they are.
John O'Brien's car is pretty badass.
If
you haven't seen his setup, do you have a recent video of your car on your channel, Sean? I don't remember all the details of it. I just remember it's really great. But he's been having fuel system problems for a while.
We still have some of his fuel.
Fords have a shutoff switch. I think the rollover switches are mandatory, I think, in American cars now, but I don't know the exact details of them. Generally, you can't roll a car over and have it continue to run. Stray Bullet says, maybe I've saved a life indirectly and just don't know it. Just be kind. You never know who you're helping just by being nice. I've been very selfish with my posting. I haven't done anything recently. I'm giving you the finger shaking.
Finger shaking.
I'm getting the finger shaking.
Okay.
If there's finger shaking icon, everybody shake their finger at Sean O'Brien. How can we critique your build if we don't have any videos to look at?
Okay, now I'm going to check it with the hood down because that's going to muffle it. So.
Oh, that's not too bad, but it does knock out. Here, wait, hold on a second. Let me see if I can turn this down so they can hear.
Okay, stop. Okay, we'll run it back up. Okay, did everybody hear that? Hear it? Anybody hear that?
Barracuda rescued a hedgehog, too. He had his leg caught.
Oh, Josh Roman, good and loud. Sounds proper as much as I could hear, but okay, because what we did was we turned the mic way down. You shoot, and that car is finding the horn when you need it. Yeah, you know, when I build my console, I'm thinking about putting a second switch for the horn. Did it just be a momentary, either a button or a like a small paddle switch? Because to me, having my hand down here and pushing something would be easier than this. This is so lame. You know, pushing that, because you push the turn signal button stock in, which is just not a natural thing. You know what? I've driven two cars like that, or two kinds of cars like that. Fox body Fords were like that, and I drove a Renault. We used to call it a Renault Dauphine, a 1959 or 1960 Dauphine. It was like that. It's like I didn't like it then, don't like it now. So I don't know. I'll probably put an auxiliary button somewhere to power up the horn.
Kevin Smith is here. Welcome in, Kevin. He just got the horns working. Hold on, let me turn it down again.
Yeah, don't turn it down so far. Okay, yeah, not that far. Yeah, there.
The neighbor's gonna be.
Oh God, it's like midnight or something.
Yeah, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Right? I'm blowing.
Oh, Dean Stevenson's here.
Oh wait, I gotta turn the volume back up.
Dean Stevenson here. What is this? I'm had a fart. Is that an organization down there? Kim, that sounds so good. This had such a wimpy horn. And I wanted horns that weren't wimpy, and these are good. Hook the horn up to the brake pedal. No, you know what I want? You know what I want? I want another set of these horns, and I'm going to drill some holes in the back bumper, and I'm going to put them back there. And I'm going to face them like toward the people that tailgate me. And I want some smoke machines there, so when I push the back horn, smoke blasts out of there when it makes a noise. Maybe they'll back off. No, they won't back off. They'll just turn their high beams on.
Yeah.
Man.
They'll be back.
You know what I want to do is make the front bumper like this, where there were boxing gloves right here, and then on the like a pinball machine up here on the steering wheel, and those would go bap bap. It's like somebody getting in the way, you could just go punch them in the bumper, you know. But really now you need them in the back of the car, so when somebody's tailgating you, you could go whack 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 with the boxing gloves, you know. Go, hey, back off, sucker. LED brake lights blind them. No, they're actually
enough punishment.
The brake lights are about like today's cars. Even the ones that don't have LEDs are pretty bright. You know, these were actually pretty darn bright when they were new, but after the inside the reflectors are all full of mud and the bulbs are old and they got dark gray inside the bulbs, they're piss poor, you know. And of course the sockets were corroded and everything. Now with new sockets, new LED bulbs and everything, they look normal. They look really normal. Hero stuff is going Robert Mitchum on us now.
You get to sit for a second.
I need to wash my hands. I have flux on.
So cold.
I'm sorry, but you'll have a good fire when you get over there. I think. What'd you do to that squirt bottle? It works.
Don't they get frustrated for driving slow and go around? You would be surprised. They ride up on you.
The speed limit on
as close as they can.
The speed limit on
like
the road is
5 miles, and then they go
50, and I'll be going 60. And to me, that's like ticket territory. But oh no, not today. Today, that's like the old man that's in the way. You know. I don't get it.
They aren't smart enough. Yeah, they're idiots. They just drive really close, and they think that'll make you go faster. The people here in Clarksville are the worst drivers.
No, it's everywhere.
Is it everywhere?
It's everywhere.
Okay. It's the whole
people are so nice to your face.
Grand Theft Auto driving, school of driving.
Well, they're so nice to your face, and they get in their car and they turn into the biggest assholes in the world. I don't get it.
Ever seen the shorts of the guy with a spotlight taking revenge on opposing drivers with their high beams on? No. That's how you get arrested. That's illegal.
God, it's not even up in the yellow yet, but it's got a roaring fire going in there. Okay, Ken. That fire is the gauge is coming up quickly, but it's not quite there yet. But you'll be warm. over there by the fire. Okay. I'll sit here and see if I can read. You do that in Mexico on 2-lane highways. It's the culture. I'm not sure what that is they're doing. Oh. Kim, where's the water? I see it. I haven't put a couple of toolboxes away yet because things are still hot. So as soon as the heated stuff cools off, I'll put it away. Okay? That's why I left a couple things out. Wow, what's going on here? Mexican spec. Your wagon would gap the Zephyr. I'm not sure what that means. It's just friggin' manners. Okay, I don't know what all this is about. Worst drivers I've seen. I-15 corridor going through Salt Lake City. You know, it is bad. It is very bad there. I will have to agree with that. The last time I went through there was probably, it was 2 years ago. It was in 23, and it was bad. I was going to stop and see Wagon Master, and he and I had talked on the phone, and what happened was I ended up going through there like wrong time of the day, you know. The time of day you shouldn't go bothering somebody to hang out with them. But still, the traffic was terrible. So I headed off up into the Rocky Mountains, headed east, coming back here. Oh no, Kim, you know where we were yesterday? We got to go back to Hilltop. I forget to get these little powdered drinks. Let's see, your father had more class than you. Enjoy his car. I don't know, I'm kind of lost here. Sean O'Brien. I still need to tuck the wiring back up into the fuel pump bracket, but now my hands are washed, and I'm warming up, not laying on my back, arms soaked in fuel. Yeah, there's a time when you stop that because you're sort of clean, and yeah, I understand that. I can't believe I was working on that thing. That was one of the things that I knew that was going to be easy, and it took me 2 hours and, 2.5 hours screwing around to make up a couple little wiring harnesses and solder them, shrink wrap them, and all that kind of stuff. Couldn't tell you last time I went over 30 miles an hour. Oh, Kevin. Man, that's what gets me. Like going through Nashville. Nashville's speed limit on the interstates is 55 because it's in the middle of the city. You know, big 4-lane wide and interchanges and all that. If you go 55, you're going to be, it's like you're sitting still. The traffic's moving about 80 or 85. And I'll be going that fast and somebody be running up my tail end, you know? And the police don't do anything about it. I just can't believe it, you know?
All they do is haul away the victim.
I guess, yeah, maybe they're busy with accident reports. I don't know. Yeah. Haul away the victim. What's a seatbelt for? So the ambulance driver doesn't have to look for the bodies. Right. Oh, man. I got thirsty. This is pretty good. St. Carlo Montalban, voice with the fine Corinthian leather. Who was it? Jay Leno. He said there is no such thing as Corinthian leather. It's something they made up. That's what he said. I don't know if that's true. It's something they, what people writing the commercials for Chrysler Corporation came up with. Orange barrels are the Ohio state flower. Hey, last time I drove through Ohio, something new. All the trucks and the vehicles that are doing the road work, instead of amber lights, they had a combination of amber and green lights on top of their vehicles. I'd never seen that before. Double color amber and green on roadwork vehicles. I'm wondering if any other state does that. Has anybody else seen that? Anywhere else you live? Amber and green warning lights. Oh, back. You're back. Had to duck around to the post office. It only opens 1 hour per day. Well, that sounds like something they do here. Got stuck there. What? Guess bagging. I'm not sure what that word means. Guess bagging. Just bagging? What is that word? Is that a Australia slang word? Stray Bullet says some guy in New Jersey sells Corinthian leather. He should be selling New Jersey leather. Nobody buy that though. Mexican spec. I bet Ricardo Montalban's casket was lined in that. I want to build myself a casket, and I'm going to lay on my back, right? So I got to put I'm figuring like about a 17-inch monitor because it'll be pretty close to my face, and then they can run a fiber in, so I have my internet. I can watch YouTube. Talo says gas bag. Oh, gas bagging. Oh, I never heard that, but I understand that gas bagging. Kevin Smith learned my seatbelt lesson when I got T-boned in my Astro van. I ended up in the passenger seat. Oh, well, that's not good. George J. says, "Hey, I'm from New Jersey, or I'm from Jersey." Yeah, but if you're selling Corinthian leather, you should be selling, New Jersey leather. But I'm thinking that isn't probably well known, so that wouldn't sell. Yeah, social intercourse. Yep. Kevin says, "Fan of seatbelts now." Mexican Spec says, "We will be live at 2 p.m. Mountain Time on Saturday. I hope to see all of you there." I'll try to make it there, and that'll be 3 p.m. here. I think you're an hour earlier now than you used to be because this freaking time changes. Let's see. Oh, the Mex 302 engines are supposed to be stronger. Yeah, they are. I hear the same thing. I hear that from everybody. People say Mexican stuff isn't as good, and then you find out that it's better. and it's the block you want. Yeah, Mexican Spec says that's what the drag racers say. The 81 Malibus were good with inline 6 under the hood too. They could have also had a 350 V8 here. Oh, so you could have 6-cylinders and V8s for a while. When did they make the V8s illegal in Mexico? Oh, it says as a cornering nut whose duster had a split bench, I always strapped in. Yeah, I guess so, because you'd end up on the right-hand drive car. Or you could just put a whole steering system over there, like from a down under car. And then if you slid over there, you could keep driving. Be like an airplane, have 2 sets of controls. Man, I saw in Los Angeles area, I saw some driver education cars back in the 70s had steering wheels on both sides. Okay, so Mexican Spec says, yeah, 3 p.m. here. Okay, try to remember that. Mexican Spec says something. The coolest 2-door is obviously the 84 Monte Carlo SS with the 354 speed and Pontiac Instruments. Yeah, that is kind of cool. I do like the Pontiac Instruments better. Pitt says, I always wanted to throw a 501 Cadillac big block in the back of my Safari with a baby seat mounted on the air cleaner. Get a van and put about 4 or 5 engines back there. I don't think you put 4 or 5. You could put 2 probably easily. Also, the V6 we got in the U.S. was wheezy. Depends on which V6 you get. You know, like there was a turbocharged Buick 33.8. I mean, you know, uh, and then it was a little 2.8. You know, the 2.8s didn't go very good, and I really didn't like them so much. And every one of them I had broke. And then what's his name? Kim, the guy that won the 6-cylinder class. JB's Little Shop. Yeah, he showed up with this 2.8 with what was it, supercharged? Supercharged, and he won the 6-cylinder class. Pretty cool. Kevin says also learn not to put armor all on my bench seat, vinyl bench seat. Yeah, it lubricated. You put Velcro there. Bravo street sweepers we built had dual steering. Oh, I've seen that too. I've even seen that up here. I've seen it in street sweepers, and I've seen it in garbage trucks. Fix inspect. I never use Armor All. It dries out the vinyl leather. Yeah, you know what you know what I always used was lemon pledge or some kind of wax like that. Lemon pledge was what all the upholstery shops back when I years ago. That's what all of them said to use was lemon pledge. Just use lemon pledge. Don't put Armor All on anything. And so I always did that. You'll find it around here. I have several spray bottles of that stuff. You know what? You're just going to say, I don't know. When I used to clean instruments up and I wanted to get down in, I'd take Armor All on a Q-tip and stick it down in the little groove so you could clean the plastic out and it would look real good. But use use pledge on the rest of the plastic. Yeah, straight bullet airplanes have 2 steering wheels or 2 sticks. Yep. Unless it's a Bonanza. You know, a Bonanza has one wheel, and then you can flip it over here. It's actually in the center, so it'll flip back and forth. That's really weird. And they've been like that forever. Hey, Murphy's oil or soap or old gold. Sean says, I asked John the other day. He said there's going to be a 6-cylinder class and a manual class next year. Yeah, I saw that on his live. Yeah, that's good. Kevin Smith, 4.3 GM V6 Vortec was very strong. Yeah, I had one of those too in a van. I don't know if it was a Vortec, but it was the 4.3. I liked that engine. That thing worked really well. Pablo says those were knockdown kits from Canada, incomplete with Australian content added. I don't need anything on my dash, seats or tires. Oh, why is that? Mexican spec. Okay. How about those hay trucks that you can drive forward and backwards? Don't know about that. It'll make things more interesting. What do you do? Man, this is going fast. Kim, this is really rolling. I'm gonna miss a few chats. Sorry. Very good. Apparently, Chrysler in South Africa had a factory making slant sixes. Okay. Barrows. I've seen guys do some pretty cool stuff with 4.3 V6, but honestly, they have much money into it. A stock 350 gives you, yeah. You know, on a 350, there's so many of them around, and they're now that the LSs are so popular, the 350s are cheap. You know. Kevin Smith. I use Murphy's oil soap to wash my car. It smells good too. All this says, I think they keep changing whatever's in it. What's even in Armor? Well, it could be. Yeah, straight bullet. The throw over Bonanza. You know, I've never. All the flying I did all those years, I never flew a Bonanza. I knew people that had them, but I never flew a Bonanza. Yeah, putting money in a 4.3 is useless. It's throwing money in a 305. Well, I never had problems with a 305. A 305 is just like a 283, but it's got a longer stroke. Hey, I got a question for those of you that know Chevys. Can you take a 305? Now, we used to take 283s and bore them an eighth of an inch, and they called it a 301, but the same dimensions as a 302 Chevy, but they called them a 301. Okay. Can you take a 305 and bore it? Because a 305 is a stroked 283, but I don't know about the block, how thick the walls are. Can you bore a 305, or not a 305, I'm sorry, a 307. Can you bore a 307 1/8 of an inch and make it into a 327? I don't know. That came up in some other place I was earlier today. We were talking about it. So a different steering box mounted on the chassis rail where the oil filter would normally be. The filter was then remotely mounted to the other side. Yeah. So and the engine's already closer because in the U.S. they mounted them offset. So in Australia they left them over there. Sean says, I got crazy lucky and just drag racing knowledge got me there. The tune and fuel system is still not right. Kevin Smith, 93 GM Vortic 4.3 Spider injection was a sweet point. I never had one that new. George Daly, I'll never fly. I'm done flying. I flew for 30 years and then I flew around the airlines some after that, but nah, I don't have any reason to anymore. I don't get in airplanes with other people flying. Problem with the airliner, they won't let me sit up front so I can watch what they're doing. Make sure they don't make any mistakes. And having another person up there is really good because, you got one more person to watch what's going on. It says, no, the 305 is new. Yeah, I understand the 305. I meant 307. I was thinking 307. Because a 307 is a 283 with a 327 crank. Yeah, right. So, but I don't know how those blocks were cast. Is that 307? Are the blocks, are the cylinders thick enough you can go 1/8 of an inch on them? Because then you'd have a 327 out of a 307. I had several cars with 307s. I never had any complaints about them. They were just 2-barrel engines in cars that I drove around, But I would think that you'd be able to do that. The 305 shares the same. 305 shares the same with the small Journal 327. I mean the 305 or the 307? 305 is a newborn crank. Yeah, the 305 is. Did they make another small block that was like 262 or something? It's a little smaller. Yeah, I thought it was something related to the 305. I'm not sure. Kevin Swift, question I have: an automatic battery charger. How can you bypass the brain? Do it, Tony. UTG did. Throw it away. See this? I went in an old hardware store up the road here, and I was looking for a battery charger, and they had 2 of those in old, crusty-looking boxes. Looked like the boxes had been wet, but they were new, and they were old manual ones. And I needed a battery charger, and I bought one. And afterwards, I'm saying to Tim, I should have bought both of them. Man. Well, because every time I use an automatic one, I get pissed off because it doesn't work right. Well, they work fine if the battery's already charged. But when you need it is when your battery's all the way dead and it just won't recognize there's a battery there, so it won't charge. It pisses me off, Next spec, I have a 305 in my 69 Chevy wagon. That wasn't my choice. Yeah, somebody must have put that in there. George Daly says, I'm walking probably instead of flying. Have you ever done any flying? I don't know. I did a lot of flying. The 302 Camaro in 68 was something special. Yeah, same bore and stroke as like a 1/8 inch over a 283, but yeah, it was a special engine. It wasn't a 283 that was bored out, but same dimensions. Kevin says, I have a battery charger with microprocessor, won't let me trip up. Yeah, I hate those things. I've got 2 of them. I really dislike them. Have to get going, guys. Oh, Mexican Spec's out of here. Yeah, we need to get going too. You know what? We've been here almost 3 hours.
I'm not feeling well.
I got to call it. Kim's not feeling good. She's over there. Did that furnace or that thing warm? Wow. It warmed up. Okay, good. All right, we're out of here. Kim, you want to come over and say goodbye?
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
We're gonna. Oops, can't.
We'll be here on Saturday.
We'll be here on Saturday.
Check out Mexican Spec on Saturday afternoon and check in with us on Saturday night.
Yeah, we'll see you at Mexican Spec live Saturday afternoon and Saturday night, probably 9 o'clock. I'm expecting 9 o'clock Central Time. We don't have anything else going Saturday, do we? I don't think so. Oh, 95 Sporty. Well, we're just closing up, but thanks for showing up, and